Well, it's time for another thrifting adventure. Yeah, these adventures get pretty thrilling, if I do say so myself. So what are we waiting for? Because I have a lot to show you today. It wasn't long after I started my search that I found my first item. It was this Jim Shore cat figure.
Hello.
Now, I really like Jim Shore stuff. It didn't have a price on it, but I ended up getting it for $4.99, and I think easily I should get $25 for it on eBay. I took a little walk over to the toy section where I saw something that I didn't know what it was. It was called a Monster X light stick. They wanted $5.99 for it, but I do know that they sell for $30. The next item to reveal itself was this Wizard of Oz Cowardly Lion bobblehead.
But I could show my prowess, be a lion, not a mouse, if I only had the nerve.
Now they were asking $9.99 for it, which to me is a little bit high, but when I looked up these on eBay, they were selling for $30, so I took a chance with it. On the last few aisles, and including this aisle, I didn't find anything. But you know what? Nothing is going to stop me from finding interesting and profitable stuff to show you guys. So the journey continues. Well, the last thing I found at this store was this Aladdin and Jasmine music box. Surprise! I know you were expecting a genie, but instead you got even better. You got a Geno. Yeah. And I'm just here to remind you guys to click that thumbs up button and the new hype button because it really helps the channel. Okay, well, back to the video. They were asking $6.99 for it. When I looked up these, they're reselling for close to $30. So I had to have it, and it's pretty cute looking too. At the second store today, I find these two items, and I think they're going to sell pretty fast. The first one is this really pretty coffee mug, and it's decorated with cats. The second one is this plasma lamp, and it's shaped like a mushroom. And why do I think it's going to sell really fast? Because it already has. So come to the next store, and I'll show you what I paid for it, and surprisingly, what it sold for. Okay, well, let's get going. One of the first things I saw at this store was this very pretty coffee mug. It was decorated with cats. They were asking $4.99 for it, and I just knew that there was a cat lover out there that would probably pay around $20 for this. I was just walking around the store when I spotted this mushroom-shaped plasma lamp. They were asking only $5.99 for it. When I looked up these on eBay, they were going for around $35 to $40. That mushroom-shaped plasma lamp ended up selling, are you ready, for $78.95 plus shipping. Wow, I was pretty shocked. Yeah, I was. And pretty happy too. Well, I walked around the store for a little bit longer, and then I bumped into these two animated snowmen. They were marked at $4.99. They sang songs, they danced, and when I looked them up, they're reselling for $25. Well, I was having a pretty good day, but you can't hit a home run on every aisle. And this was one of those aisles where you just strike out. But you know what? You never give up trying, that's for sure. I was on my way up to the cashier to pay for all my treasures when I came across this brass boat anchor display. They were asking $6.99 for it, and similar ones on eBay are reselling for $30. Are you guys familiar with Blue Sky Clayworks stuff? Well, at the next store today, I find this Blue Sky Clayworks teapot, and I bet you've never seen one of them. I also find this brass turtle lamp. Now, these go for pretty good money, so I definitely want to show you that too. Okay, well, what are we waiting for? Let's get heading to that next store. Up on the top shelf on this toy aisle, I saw this Donatello Ninja Turtle Battle Sounds action figure. They were asking only $4.99 for it, and online they sell for $25, and this was brand new in a box, so I definitely wanted it. At the end of that same toy aisle, I saw another Ninja Turtle. This was Raphael on a skateboard. It was also $4.99, and when I looked up these, yep, it was going for $25 like the other one. So now I have two Ninja Turtles. Over on this aisle, I saw this brass turtle lamp. Now they were asking $12.99 for it, which seems like a lot, but I've sold these before and I've gotten up to $40 for them. So this was definitely going in my cart. Wouldn't it go in yours? On this row, there was so many coffee mugs and cups that I was really tempted to buy one just to help them get rid of a few. I walked up to this miniature mandolin. They were asking $3.99 for it. Well, it turns out that it's an accessory for American Girl dolls and sells for over $30 online. I walked past that mandolin maybe 3 or 4 times. And then on the 5th time, I said, pick it up and see what it is. Well, when I picked it up, I realized that it was an accessory for American Girl dolls. So I looked up the price on eBay, and they were going for $30 and up. So now I had to take it. I got it home, put it on eBay, and it ended up selling in a few hours for $30.95 for $7.95 shipping. So that was a really nice purchase, huh? Do you guys like Blue Sky Clayworks tea lights? Well, so do I, but I've never seen a teapot by them. Well, until now. This flamingo-shaped one was $24.99, but was half price today. I looked them up on eBay, and they're going for $35 to $40. So I had to take this home, and I wanted to. Well, everyone, that's it for this week. So I'll see you again in 7 days with a brand new video. Bye-bye.